Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you the team I'm going to use for this week's Invasion event and also my Underspire team. But for the Invasion event, you must use the event captain Discordia in your team to benefit from that ×2 magic and ×2 score. So absolutely must use her. You get her from the shop at tier 2, very easy to get. Does damage to an enemy boosted by demonic portal gems, and if they're a tower, deal 3 to 5 times damage based on your ascensions, and if the enemy dies, convert 2 red gems to demonic portal gems. So in a way, it's those demonic portal gems you have to be a bit careful of, because if the enemy has any way of exploding gems and you don't, for example, then they could get like summons, which would be really annoying. So we have to be careful when we cast her, so we'll place her in the team with that in mind. The third one, the Siege Breaker, not absolutely essential for this because you're not going to be using her as the skull damage dealer. We'll be using her as the spellcaster to get that extra damage. So there's 2 ways to get her to mythic level basically. Either buy enough tiers to pick up enough copies of her to guarantee she's going to get to mythic level, or you can simply buy a tier 2, back out of here and go and ascend her using 2 Orbs of Ascension to a mythic level. That is a cheaper way to do it. But if you're going to do a lot of tiers, you may as well just buy that thing at the beginning where you get the bonus Orb of Glory at the same time. But either way, she has to go into the team, so let's take a look at what I'm going to do. Speaking of cool teams and epic game characters, stop what you're doing because Raid Shadow Legends has something incredible. You need to hear this. Raid is giving away not 1, not 2, but 3 amazing heroes for free. Yes, that includes the legendary Alice the Wanderer, who can be yours just by logging in for 7 days. Seriously, open Raid, log in for 7 days, and boom, she's yours. But wait, it gets even better. If you keep logging in for 14 days, you'll also unlock a 2-star perfect soul to empower Alice and make her even more unstoppable. You do not want to miss this. Her abilities are just insane. Perfect for dominating campaigns, dungeons, or even crushing the arena. And oh, don't forget, they're giving new players 2 free epic champions. Click my link in the description below or use my QR code up top and you'll unlock Tagore right at the start to help you hit the ground running, and Ugo once you reach level 15. These 2 champions are absolute game changers and both come with extra goodies too, especially if you're new to the game. Returning player, you get the Tagore pack with a bunch of other goodies. Now let me break down how to progress quickly in Raid. First, hit those campaigns hard to build up your team and earn tons of rewards. It's the best place to start growing your champions. Next, dive into dungeons to farm those all-important artifacts. Believe me, gearing up your squad the right way makes all the difference. And when you're ready, jump into the arena and test your skills against other players. There's no better feeling than flexing a fully equipped champion on some unsuspecting opponents. Right now there's even more happening in Raid 2. You can complete the Mad Hatter Fusion event and add the legendary champion Mad Hatter to your collection. Between January the 8th and January the 23rd, take part in tournaments and events to get the resources you need to fuse him. And there's even more. From January the 8th to March the 5th, you can take on the Queen of Hearts herself in her dungeon, fight her minions, conquer the event, and earn awesome rewards like the exclusive Pinpoint gear set. One of my favourite parts of Raid is opening up the various shards and seeing which champions you can pull. So let's have a go here. We can open a mystery shard, we can get a common, uncommon or rare. The good thing about this is, even if you get a troop or champion which is not that great, you can actually use it as food towards your other champions and make them even stronger. That's not that great. You're going to be food, mate, all day long. Don't care if you're aiming your arrow like that and thinking you're good. You're food. Okay, a duelist. She's 2 stars, a little bit better than what we had before. Let's crack open one more, see what we get. And we get somebody that looks like he fell out of the ugly tree and hit every branch on the way down. Food all day long. So here's why I love Raid. It's got depth. Whether you're into dungeons, PvP battles, or just building up the ultimate dream team, there's something here for everyone. Oh, and did I mention the graphics? AAA quality, really impressive on phone or PC. This is the perfect time to start playing. Legendary heroes, epic champions, insane events, it's all happening right now. And remember, log in for 7 days to get Alice the Wanderer for free. Trust me, you do not want to miss out on her. Click my link in the description or my QR code up top, download Raid today and have a blast. Raid Shadow Legends, free heroes, epic battles, unlimited fun. What are you waiting for? Download it now. That is a couple of ways we're going to go about this, because this is actually a really, really handy team. And when the towers start appearing with regularity, because they're not going to appear at all at first, we will change the team ever so slightly. But starting with this is pretty strong. Fiendfire does damage to all enemies, boosted by Daemon allies, which seems really weird because this is a Centaur event, but bear with me. Then curse and burn all enemies. So damage to all, 3 times nicer for this, boost up the power of that damage to all. You're going to get that charged up, and you're going to do damage to all and wipe out the enemy in one go most of the time, on the early stages at least. So damage to all boosted by Daemon allies. Right, so Baphomet is a Daemon Centaur, so we still must use these Centaur troops, but it's a Daemon as well. And does damage to 3 random enemies. If the enemy is burning, deal double damage. Fiendfire burns all enemies, which is really cool. So you're going to get that double damage from Baphomet. Really, really handy. And he's a Centaur too, which boosts up Fiendfire. Discordia is also a Daemon Centaur. So we've kind of turned this event on its head. We've turned this Centaur event into a Daemon event in a way, which is really cool. And she does damage to an enemy boosted by demonic portal gems. If they're a tower, deal 3 to 5 times damage. And if the enemy dies, convert 2 red gems to demonic portal gems. She's at the bottom at the moment because we're not too interested in casting her right now, because basically Baphomet will do the majority of the damage if Fiendfire hasn't finished anybody off first, and Hearn can pick up the pieces. So we don't need to cast Discordia and risk those demonic portal gems coming along, giving the enemies potential summons. When the towers do start coming along, so they're going to be invulnerable to things like the burn and things like that, we're going to swap this for the weapon, which we actually got today. Burning, what's it? What was it? Burning or broken? Oh, it is Broken Star. So that'll explode gems, give a random status effect to Centaur allies, and have a summon at the same time. The idea then would be simply to charge up Hearn and Discordia as quickly as possible and wipe them out with skull or spell damage really quickly, but we'll cross that path when we come to it. So let us take a look at the class for this. I'm going Geomancer, just anything with a 50% mana start, because with the benefits of the stuff we get from the shop, we're going to start Enchanted, we're going to explode gems, we've got 50% mana start, and if we go into a 50% mana start class like this, then we'll get charged up really quickly and can just wipe out those early stages really, really fast. So for now, I'm going to go in Geomancer with Serendipity. This one's kind of irrelevant, I think. Yep. Don't want to be in last place. Anti-magic sphere, always useful. Tactician, always good. Boost up your power. Rock solid. Get a barrier when matching brown gems. Tree of knowledge. Get enchantment when matching green. Really cool. And always good to be immune to stun, poison, disease, death mark, lycanthropy, and devour. If you don't have Fiendfire, you can go with what's it called? Broken Black Manacles. It's another good damage to all weapon, but you won't get the benefit of that burn. So you're not going to get that double damage from Baphomet. So Fiendfire definitely better for this if you can, and we'll show what happens when we change later on to the broken thing. I forgot what it was called again already. Good gracious. Broken Star, that's the one. Right, so let's jump in then and have a few battles of this. Have I got to change my banner? Yes, because I was going with the Black Manacles team at first, and then I thought of the Fiendfire Baphomet idea, so we need to change that still. So we still don't use green, but green is still handy when we collect it for the enchant thing, but we don't care about brown anymore. That's not too shabby. Put that as a placeholder. Yeah, I think that's fine actually. I'd rather get Baphomet up, so I'd rather have +2 purple and red, if such a thing exists, with minus green. What am I doing this for? Do it like that, you muppet. Well, that's not too bad. That's alright. And... oh, is that the one? Yeah, it's basically what we're after. So lots of purple for 3 of our troops, and plus red for Hearn and Baphomet. Spot on. Right. Let's jump in and have a scrap or two. Ooh, excuse me. Like these first stages, they will be really, really quick. They haven't done anything, and we're ready to go. Done. See ya. Bye. No mythic required. Pretty tricky team, you know, like choice of bad troops in this. Not a lot of great ones. You've got a Royal Draker that does do damage to all. Just huge mana cost though. Got that half mana start. Nearly ready to go. That'll be ready. Don't have to even worry about Baphomet at first. We're just going to be ripping through the early stages like this. Absolute walk in the park. Let's do this again. So we'll be softening them up anyway with this. Look how quick this is. Awesome stuff. So this will work in a similar way with Black Manacles if you don't have Fiend Fire, which is pretty sweet. We're going to be ready to go again. Yeah, crikey, this is mind-blowingly quick at the moment. Ready to look every single round straight away. Aye aye. Oh, that purple would have been nice, but got exploded anyway. But oh my goodness, we have to make a move. Bet they're still dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. Done that already, so we're already on to the second stage. Oh, excuse my cough. There's the explosion. There's the mana. We have to make one move. Done. Job done. So basically you just continue this until you stop wiping the enemy out in a single turn. And then basically you'd have softened the team up. Baphomet will probably be ready to cast. And you can benefit from all that extra damage from Baphomet. And if somebody comes along like that and gets a summon, you just use the Scordia. But use Hearn first if you're going to wipe them out. Because with the Scordia, you're going to create those demonic portal gems. And you don't want to give the enemy a chance for summon. Because there's no explodey troop in this team. If you're going to create those demonic portal gems, you kind of really want a way of taking them out yourself. You don't want to leave them there for the enemy to potentially use them and just create longer games by creating summons annoying. Which is why I'm going to use that broken weapon, which I've forgotten the name of again already. Broken Star, that was it. And our next team. When things start slowing up a little bit. Slowing up, slowing down, down and up in the real world both mean completely different things. One's up and one's down. But you can either slow up or you can slow down, and they both mean essentially the same thing. Ugh! Another quirk of the English language. Right, I've jumped forward now to where 3 towers have started appearing, and at this stage I actually thought it would be wise to change Fiend Fire to that broken star weapon, so we get the explosion and things like that. But I'm not sure it's actually necessary, because the way that Fiend Fire works, softening up all the enemies and then Baphomet chipping in with all that damage as well, even though the enemy won't be burning because the tower is going to be invulnerable to the burn, it still works out really, really well. Like the combination of these two, the damage they're doing, and then Hearn and Discordia can mop up. But you can chuck in that broken star weapon if you like. Takes out the demonic portal gems which Discordia creates if you choose to cast her. So let us grab... Ooh, not much of our colours going on there right now. But it's okay, we'll do with it what we can, even though purple aren't existing at the moment. So if we get like Baphomet up now, for example, we can cast Fiend Fire, or we can cast Baphomet now. Doesn't actually make much difference, because we're still going to get the extra damage the next time. And then we can cast Hearn, then we can cast Discordia and get the job done. Let's go again. That was a bit of a slow one that time. Didn't get much of our wanted colours. See, when all the towers come along... Oh, they're dead already. See, this is a bit better. He says, with there being no red on the screen at all. We've got purple though. Let's grab some purple. Let's get rid of one of them towers. They've got 10 out of their required amount, so they're going to be gone. Let us... Oh, we can do this, look. And then finish off with Hearn. Well, jumped forward to where all 4 towers start appearing. I did think I was going to have to change the team to the Broken Star weapon by now to explode the gems, but it turns out we're not actually worried about that. Any Scarlet hits like that are just going to come along and just devastate the enemy. We can now get rid of another one. Let's make sure we get that Raven Tower. Absolutely straight away. Let's do this again. You're dead. Baphomet's up in a couple of rounds, so you can soften them up With Fiend Fire, that's going to hit the same enemy 3 times. See you later. Job done. Super easy. I think this team is going to last a distance. I thought I was going to have to change things around a bit, but absolutely no need. Right, so again, Skull hit when it's there, might as well take it. Hearn is going to do all that damage. If they survive like that, because they're annoying, because they're got that reduced damage from skulls by 75%. The Bastion Tower, you flipping Bastion Tower. I should have taken out that other one, because that was another Bastion Tower, flipping Bastions. Anyway, so let's do that and then use Discordia instead. So yeah, keep a lookout for them Bastion Towers. Flipping Bastions. Alright, to make this last one, this team is just absolutely flying and it's working very, very well. Right, so we can soften up with Fiend Fire, or should we take some red while it's there? I think we'll get some red. While it's there, we get Baphomet charged up at the same time, so by the time we cast these, it's going to soften the enemy up. Really handy if you're a newer player. Let's get rid of them because they think they're about to cast a spell. Let's get rid of them because they might teleport away, which we don't want. That's going to hit 3 times. Probably won't kill anybody. Oh, we did kill one. Now we're just waiting for anything else to finish off. A skull hit will do. A quick charge or something will do. Should we get brown? Oh, I've got rock solid barrier already. Don't need it. Yeah, anything will do. Come on. Stop messing me around. There we go. On your way. Right, well, there's the team I'm using for Invasion. Right, now onto the Underspire team. Really bad set of troops to pick from this, because there's hardly anybody that does decent damage to all. Atlanta does damage to all enemies. She will get a boost when she's actually in your team, so it will do higher than the level it shows when you just look at her like this. She does damage to all enemies and distracts them in a rather obvious way, shall we say. But 2 of her if you can, because there's little other choice. I mean, Astral Mother does true scatter damage, and you've got the World Breaker. That's a mythic troop. Does do a decent amount of damage and explodes the board at the same time, helping itself get charged up really quickly. But apart from that, the choices are pretty bad. So I'm going to go with 2 times Atlanta. And I'm going to go with Eye of Orion to explode yellow gems to help charge up Atlanta. Give a random status effect to all Divinian Field allies, then summon a Divinian Field troop. I am starting off in Geomancer for this, because I do like the fact we get a 50% mana start, and I love the fact this uses brown. When we collect brown, we're going to get a barrier every single time, which is nice from the rock solid. And we still get the benefits of the anti-magic sphere and things like that. And Tree of Knowledge, gain enchant when matching green, which we do to charge up our Orion's Herald if there was any green there. And we get a bonus summon from that at the same time, as well as giving life to all allies, which makes our team more survivable. So Atlanta for the damage, this for the charge, this for the bonus summon and life-giving abilities. So banner for this, I'm going to go for a +2 red, +1 brown, -1 blue volcanic banner. And as I said, a Geomancer class. If you want to be in the Centaur class to get this, you can go with Oracle. You are going to get Portent. All Centaurs gain 2 magic when an enemy casts a spell, which is fairly handy. But the rest of it is just okay, with no real protection either, which I don't really like too much. I do love the fact, like I say, we get that brown barrier every single time that we cast. Or collect brown, rather, for our weapon. Right, let's dive in then and have a couple of battles. Yeah, but not the best week to try and go through Underspire all the way. It's not, as I said, a fantastic array of troops at our disposal to pick from. But we'll explode the yellow gems that are there. Look out for some purple for Atlanta. These things are never going to be as quick as things like the event videos and things like that, because during those videos you get the enchant potions, you get the explosion potions and things like that at the beginning. Make it just so much quicker. This will be slower, and with a bad set of troops, kind of unavoidably slow-ish in a way. But let's get other weapon up as quick as we can. There we go. Lots of yellow to explode. We'll get Atlanta charged up fairly quick. Got another yellow there, look. Could have taken that skull damage if we so desired. Blast through the enemy in her hail of arrows and distraction tactics. Right, let's make this the last one. Got lots to do today. Yeah, we'll get some red with that. Let's explode those yellow gems. Give a status effect to the 3 allies below. And collect some yellow for Atlanta, and she can do her business. See you later. Right, there it is. There's the video. If you enjoyed it, I found it useful or helpful, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. Catch you again in the next one. Bye for now.